Good evening. Today we are going to do an article test. So uh, a friend asked me to write exactly as his title. So I don't know. This title seems a little, let's say, there's a ambiguity about this. You know, the exact expression about this will be like how to charge an Apple Watch without an Apple Watch charger. This will be a real question to me because if not, there will be like I can use an iPhone charger to charge this Apple Watch. Also, I can use the Apple wire and then power bank to charge. Or maybe I just use my computer, my laptop with a USB connector, and then I'll use this laptop to charge the phone or the watch. It's usually worked. So maybe I think maybe we have to cover all of those topics if we want to maybe this multiple answers is available for these specific questions. And I know people might not they might not asking the right questions sometimes. Me too. So if we are targeting wrong, maybe not that specific question, or maybe just a broaden question, maybe just a big keywords to search. Maybe in sometimes it's just research. Just like you want to get to know something and then you move to more specific questions. So and maybe this is very typical and very classical for me. When people are aiming to big keywords such as a short keywords like how to charge Apple Watch, right? So that's where maybe many people writing about this, and it should be multiple solutions to finish this job. So we have to list them out and make it clear, and maybe some courses issue to be mentioned, to be listed, and then this article will cover all the necessary title topics, subtopics, maybe something like that. So maybe we have to do it like a long article instead of a simple answer. And and maybe this is the right way to do a website that solving people's problem. And maybe this is usually people are asking us to write for them and as an AI writer or maybe AI blogger that usually come across. And so today I just listed my ideas and here. So firstly, I think I would mention about the charge frequency of the Apple Watch. I want to buy a electric product. I will consider the first thing I will be consider the power capacity because I don't want to charge a lot, or maybe if the capacity is not that good, I would love to choose another one. Yeah, usually this is my prior. choice. So the the first one maybe we have to mention about charge the Apple Watch in the right way, in the regular Apple Watch charger or the original charger. So let's say a bit more specific Apple Watch. And then we mentioned maybe will be short, like a paragraph or two. And the second one will be divided into without charge congestion. So maybe in my case, this one will be a situation one. It will be no connection or no wire connection. I think with wireless charging, I'm not sure about this. Yeah, I thought I remember there was a news about Apple was dropping this kind of wireless charging down off. They take it off. It's not. I remember many 4 years ago, something like that. So maybe we have to do. We can write it down, but we have to do the fact check about whether this is available for the Apple Watch, or maybe there's a history about they are not using this technology like wireless charging the Apple Watch, maybe something like that. In China, I can see some phones are available, and maybe some watches. Maybe I don't use the watch for recent years. For after the pandemic, I don't use the watch. I don't run outside. I just practice indoor. Use some tactics. So maybe I should write about this part wireless charging, and then the second one I would think that will be the answer. Maybe or one of them will be available. But I think it's actually without a charger because you can see this. It's like saying without an original charger, or maybe without the original charger. Yeah. So let's see, and maybe this is answering all the possibilities. And then we form a article with the WordHero AI, and his major intention was see me how to use this article. So let's try it. So very first part, I think we have to divide those headlines into outlines. It's like make a big topic, divided to be divided into several subtopics, like steps, like other related queries, and then and list them together and make an article that answer people's questions. So let's see brief explanation what an Apple Watch is and how it works. So yes, we would love to bring this out because people would love to check. Are you saying the same thing about me? About my search. So then the second one will be what you need list items needed to charge an Apple Watch without a charger. Yes, I think this would be really good because there's two possibilities here. If you have to have this wireless charging is available, you have to have the equipment for the wireless charging. So I think that's where the power comes from. And then the second explain how to it will be like a listing for the without charger charging. Okay, so step one, connect and watch a power source. Yeah, a power source. This is the thing. How to connect activate the charging process. I don't think it is requiring an active waiting process. Maybe just you have to check, make sure the charging is on progress. Yes, nice, I love it. And step three, offer troubleshooting tips in case the watch doesn't charge. Oh, I like it. So this will be a charging situation. Then we have to like embed those into this part. So the first part I would love to mention about the charging frequency and power capacity, maybe. So let's make it this one. And if you annoy me anymore, regular watch charge original. Okay, this one will be like a yes. How to charge? And then alternative options, alternative charging solutions. Now, regular watch, or maybe, or say, original charger. Yeah, or say let's make the AI understand us. So this will be like how to. Yeah, it already is a step by step, so we don't need to bother to choose this kind of content. This outline is fine, so this will be an H2 outline. This will be also an H2 outline, and yes, in April is how it works. Yeah, anytime we can change the outlines after we finish. But in the beginning, we have to make this like a little complicated, maybe a full sentence with the meaning. Like you have a subject, you have an object. That's better because the AI can understand your writing intention. So I would usually recommend that you keep a full sentence for the headlines and the outlines, especially when you want to write something like a typical form, like you want to write a guide, guide guiding article, like how to make a dinner, how to like this one, how to charge an Apple phone, Apple Watch, something like that. So and maybe you want to introduce something and what is what, maybe what is what is iMac Pro, maybe recently, maybe what is new for the what is new, what are new features of iPhone 14. Maybe let's say people are saying there's no new. Okay. I really miss Stephen Jobs. Yeah, maybe Apple was losing his soul. losing its spirit after Stephen Jobs passing away. I don't feel that Apple was the Apple. But anyway, today let's cut talking off and get into the writing. So sorry. So this will be like an H3 under this outline. Okay, regular. So this will be an H2. Then this will H3 comes. Then wireless charging for what? Maybe. And the let's see, watch. Okay, my mistake. And then alternative, or let's say maybe grab it all. Maybe yes. So this will be like H3. This will like be H3. Power bank. Oh, USB. Missing. Right? Okay, iPhone. Uh, Alternative wire connections. So this will like a laptop with Apple. Oh, this is all. With the Apple charging wire for charging the Apple Watch. So we have to make it Apple Watch charging wire. Charging wire for so make it for charging. Alright, have it. So all these this is free. Already is free. Yeah. So how this is going to make? We understand that WordHero will usually we have a lot of tools here. Then most frequent one we can pin here because you mostly use this kind of tools. You can pin them together, but let's say the most frequent one you have to pin the large part. Like I pin this one and it's here. Oh, I said it wrong because maybe I'm saying that the most important one you have to make it right here. You see. So for me, I usually this one is most frequent just because it's making those outlines into paragraphs from one sentence to several paragraphs usually easily with this tool. And the SEO description maybe usually is for the meta description for page that require meta description, and it just make a sentence more readable, more clickable, I think. For the blog intros, maybe let's say when I don't usually make a sentence, make a blog intro first, because usually I would love to see what will be the content, and then at the last part I would do the last two parts, maybe the when all those outlines were finished, and then I use blog intros, on the bottom part here. Yeah. So then I will use the block conclusions in the last part. Also, this like call to action. With the call to action writing inside. Maybe every time you just need to put. Maybe you can directly. Maybe you use those into a block intro. But usually, I think this usually has a problem. I think it's not a problem, but I would love to say it might be a problem to some of us. Like maybe this time let's try it first. So how to charge? It will use like it's telling us for the how to blocks. It's telling us how to solve the problem. So it will sometimes it will list like this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to accept this, and maybe sometimes this piece this piece this piece maybe is better for this part. Yeah, something like that. So let's see. If I use it, I don't waste it. And let's say I just put it here. It might be coming handy sometimes. Let's do this. And usually I don't waste. So I usually copy them all, or maybe both here. So then let's see what is the best part and make them together. Yeah, then why not, right? As your owner and Apple Watch, you might be wondering how including charge cable, and yeah, I like it. There are a few ways to charge without find yourself in a pinch. In this article, we show you. Oh, I think they are likely they are likely working together for this article. Maybe I don't need to delete it, or even just you can read it and maybe you pause those like for a while, then you read it, you can see this making sense. I read fast in a fast way, so maybe I think it's like forming a good intro. Okay, a little pausing, you can read it, and let's move to the first part. What a numbers is and how it works. Maybe this part is like telling us. So let's make it a little intro about this part. No worry, it in the paragraphs. And these are keywords. Maybe sometimes you don't need to use the keyword tool and find out what keywords to be included. And you just put something you would say about those outlines, and you want to tell people about this topic. And then you put it one word, two words, three words, all okay. No matter what you want to. Maybe this is the better way, but this is a more natural way to generate content that's more humanized, and maybe the output quality is better. Maybe this is the part maybe I love so much about WordHero AI, because when other people saying other AIs, I think they're not that flexible, or maybe not that specific about this part. Maybe um, usually you can like maybe I say let me check. Let me let me show you how this works. And let's see power capacity, how it works. God, in many ways. So firstly, we have to tell people it can be charged with other facility. This is the so let's check about that's another one. If you want to really insist about like you want your like keywords to be included exactly. So you can check like keyword assistant. Where you I don't use it too much. What is calling sentences like broad headlines, Redis, bullet point. I don't know. Like this was a better. No longer. I'm not sure because oh no sorry. Keywords. I'm stuck. So maybe this is the way. Yeah, power capacity is here. Is used. Is checked. Charging frequency. One of the following functions to track the fitness capacity level of charge regularly. Charging frequency. So it's like saying the I think it's been used anyway. You can directly change this the charge frequency, something like that. But maybe not to do that because it's doing the same way, speaking the same thing, and we are not supposed to use the keywords too directly in a way that maybe Google will detect that we are using keywords purposely, and maybe we will get punished because it's not that natural for us. If you are maybe if you are reading like the charge frequency is depending on something like that, you can also maybe use that. I am maybe I am the one that is quite relaxed about so such the content doesn't exactly match the keywords. Because you usually you if you watching the Google Search Console, you can find a lot of strange things. Like this content, you don't even have this kind of the keywords, but you rank for it. And it's weird that I wrote about a blog. It's about how often should you write a blog as a blogger, and then I ran like 16 variants of the same sentence. Same sentence. Just a variant sentence of how often should you write a blog for your website, something like that. So after that, I think maybe you just get used to it and maybe not insisting about the keyword. But I have to say yes. You might not know. Sometimes I miss remembering. I don't remember about this this hidden in a smaller area here. Yes, when it come out, many people said where is it? I can't find this. No. Even I was making a video about this, and now I am forgot it. Maybe today I was too tired. Maybe before this I had to write written 3 articles. Um, so let's go ahead. What you need, the list of the and the list the items need to be okay. Maybe I don't list. Let's get the AI list it out. So charge charge uh items here must. Okay. I think the AI will get it wrong because the AI will understand us. Yeah, it's not getting it wrong way is not there. You think you need to make sure you are keep your watch charge. Bring first USB cable compatible. Yeah, any lightning to USB or watch charging cable will do. Next, you need a power source. Another list, you need something to power your watch and its charging. Proper. Alright, fine. So it is done nicely. So the first one, how to charge. Maybe let's say how to use charge. The regular to charge. So then this is weird, maybe. But how to charge an Apple Watch without a regular charge. Regular Apple Watch will say. So this is B B this is step one. And I think this part may be after this one, right? Let's first talk about regular charging and prepare for the charging without the charger. And then we really do it without a charger. Okay, let's do. Let's go. So firstly, we go step one. Explain how to connect Apple Watch to a power source. The Apple display, and we can tell AI that alright, we have the complicated version of those steps. And usually, I don't check about them too much because I can read it in a quick way. Then how to go with the good charging, connecting a power source. Simple steps to follow. Yeah, it's quite like the thing is how it is. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Automatically, if not, how to activate charging free to charge. Make sure. Yeah, I think the first part is really mentioning everything, but let's do it anyway. That doesn't work. Make sure the cord is plugged into. Plug into, yeah. This again, plug into. Maybe after that you have to maybe shorten the sentences, maybe change some kind of those sentences. But today let's focus on writing part. AI will not provide us the exact article that is ready to publish. Most cases we have to check, we have to re-edit and rephrase manually about some part of the content, but at the very beginning we just leave it there and then we check about it later. Yeah. So and usually, let's say I would check about Hemingway. Yeah, app is free too. Then you can delete this control. You select all, Control A, select all, and then delete it, and copy, Control C, copy, Control V, paste it, and then let's see. Um, the readability is grade 6. This is good, right? And then we have to understand this file is in color. This one is this green color. Maybe it's 10 or now it's suggested 12 passive voices. So let's use just 10. Now it's fine. Now it's okay. Now the 5 adverts. Okay, A less than A. Oh, yeah, the first one is okay. The second one okay. The third one simpler alternative. So maybe some part of this that is like buy, sell, something like this. So maybe they if you use a simple version, then maybe it is better and the readability will increase. Yes, that's the case. And if we have to really pay attention about this, like how to read, and it's very hard to read. The first two of those like are really hard to read because it's too long, right? Maybe it's too using too much um, layers of meaning, something like that. So we can see here also another one. So if you are like how to change, maybe usually if you are planning on going somewhere without your Apple Watch charger, there are a few things you need to make sure you have in order to keep your watch charged. We can simplify those. So let's say if you are planning without your Apple Watch charger, if you are going somewhere, not let's say who would who would go out without a charger. If you are going somewhere without your Apple Watch, don't panic. Don't get panic. Yeah, there are a few things you have to make sure you have in order. There are many, but a few things you have around can keep your watch charged. This is the way. That can okay. This is the way that you change those sentences into a simple version. So this is how we are doing those improvements with free tools. This is no if you really if you want to like want to use these desktop apps maybe I think they are not charging big price. I remember 19.99 20 US dollars. Then you are able to grab it. Yeah. So it's also a way the people option maybe. In this way you can keep your I think in this way maybe your you can keep the sentence and the keywords because when I leave this page or maybe refresh after a while this will be gone. So this how I want to talk about what I want to talk about those. Let's go back here and then the first one. Let's say yeah, short description offering troubleshooting tips. Tips to charge candidate options right for me. Okay, like and then finally okay. So it is the case. Here we finish. Now it's 900 over 900 keywords. Now 900 words, not keywords. Oh, it's driving me crazy now. How to charge How to charge an Apple Watch without the charger? Use your computer, use your bank, power bank, maybe use your power bank, use iPhone charger. Yeah, maybe this is like it's already there, right? So this is a double alternative charging wireless charging solution. Maybe we have to mention about this. I remember it should not be able to charge the Apple Watch with wireless charging maybe, but we just now we have to make it here. We mentioned it independently. List them together. Those three options: wireless charging solutions for Apple Watch charger, original charger. Let's say this one will be understood by the AI much better. Yeah, let's say how the AI is fitting. Let's say users know in order to charge the device, you need to original charger come with part. However, there's now wireless charging tools are available that allow. Really, I don't think so. But anyway, let's mark and yeah, another charging source. Apple Watch is wireless charging case. So let's do the watch. Okay, so this marked down. So this will be in conclusion part. So I do. Now we are going to put a sentence into a paragraph, maybe with more information and maybe so better to use some kind of like pictures, images, videos to explain. Yeah, phone charge, charging compatible, compatible. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, yeah, should we to begin? Make sure switches to USB for the amount of time it takes full charge will vary. It depends. Like it, okay. Replace them. Okay. Then let's say another one. Keywords will be a power bank. Power bank. I already quite often type the long words. I don't know why. Because it might be my hand. I have a problem with my finger, smaller finger. It's not that flexible. So let's say a power bank usage B. Okay, USB port. Uh, enough power. Let's say power. Portable. Yeah, that would be useful. Okay. Maybe this time you have to shorten those sentences if you don't want to be like repeating yourself too much. Maybe another like other analysis software I will show you in the future. I can see if you are using too much about the Apple Watch. This keywords using too much. Then you did if you marking if you be marking a red color like Apple like a watch says how many times you should be used those keywords. You should use like make the color green, something like that. So I don't worry about this because I eventually I will use that kind of tools together and make those content, all green, and maybe the score for the targeted keywords, and maybe I will make it 100. I have another video that make it 100, but it is watch list because I was in trouble with my speaking. My throat was burning, so I can't speak. So I just put it there, and people can watch me write. So maybe next time we will do a lot. No worry. So charge set for the Apple Watch. Yes, it's readable, quite readable for the AI. I think it can understand me because no other trouble. Many people say that the AI cannot really feel me. I think AI has no feel. It has only the logical analysis. You need to have object, subject, object, something like that, and then one do something to another, and those two are in the same sentence. I'm not sure I am speaking the language you can understand because maybe this is the way. I love you, and this is I, this is you, this is love. Can the AI understand this is a fact? And continue on the fact, and it will focus on I and you, these two together. So the output can be really amazing. If you're saying like I you, then maybe it will go to I hate you. Maybe all like I love you. I go away from you. You can feel this is the case, right? So this is the AI war. And then if you just mention about I love, It means you love anything, not you only, maybe something like that. So this is the case. Maybe I think this is more easier to explain in this way. I mean it. In many times I said the same thing, but I was using AI to explain it. Maybe it's not that obvious. Maybe. Okay, let's see. Charging Apple Watch, iPhone, same same port. Why? This port compatible. It's calling me so bad. Okay, somebody is retracting. iPhone 8, no, this is nice. Getting related, Apple was announced a new accessory allow users to charge device and Apple Watch at the same time. Why not Android and the iPhone, iMac? One of the Apple is not using the same connection with Android system. I don't know. This is a waste. Why use two kind of connections standard? But anyway, we are writing this. Reality is the reality we have to accept that at this moment. The new charger will be available for the first 6 years. Is bringing up the history about this one. Expected to available in just starting. Okay, I think this is actually line because it's bringing up the fact the news we might need to check about this. Yeah, iPhone 8 and iPhone X long time ago, right? I was since university, maybe. No, iPhone 4. I was in the university. iPhone 8, no, I was working in Shenzhen. All right. Wireless charging solutions for Apple Watch without original charger. We have finished those, and the last part will be crazy conclusion. Conclusion. Yeah, the spirit of do not waste anything. Do not waste any word. Oh, it's possible. After on top, why you make it is super way to do it. Solar panel. I don't know. Okay, this is the part I didn't think of. Yeah, solar panel will do the work. Yeah, I think you can use people. Just be sure not leave your Apple Watch charging overnight. Alright, now we have all of those sentences. 100, 1443, almost 100, let's say almost 100, 1500. That's I remember there's people are charging if on the 5.com like 5 token. Okay. Token 1,500 words. Every two writer charge is like 40 USD. No, 45. Yes, think I remember this 45. It is like 1,000 words. It is USD. 500. This is the solution. It is smaller. It's 500 words. Like 10. No, 15 USD. US dollars. That is dollars. So when we are using those kind of contents, we can write for others, and it is acceptable if you use other keyword like using this kind of sentence patterns. Yeah, we can see you have to make the sentence that is easy to write with those paragraphs. Maybe once and when sometimes you might try other like last time I show you about the either copywriting formula, and most recent is like it's HSO. HSO. Where's the HSO? I think it is a problem because when I search the HSO, it's not appearing. If I use HS, yes, it's appearing. Very strange. So I don't know. So this one I used to talk about, and it is like you can write in a copywriting way. It is like a formula to generate the content, and then you build up your content basing on the very first generated content, and then you step by step make the paragraphs, and then make the article into a full article, something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say, and yeah, you can see this kind of contents that's available for the people to decide whether you are going to use these tools, because maybe I just copy it and paste to the friend who is asking me to do this demonstration, and then he use other tools to make the same content with only those search headlines, only one sentence maybe. I don't know. I have been a long time. I didn't check about other AI writers. I use this a lot. Maybe this is why I can write a lot. And there's another thing I want to mention, because WordHero AI is not limiting our generation, because there are other AI tools they are limiting, like you can buy these tools for like it's like less than $100, but each month you can only generate 50,000 words. I can tell you, maybe one day I already generate 6,000. So 50,000, maybe a week, and that was before. And maybe in the future, I am now using this kind of tools more often, and I have 10 websites on hand to work. So you can see maybe I use it more. So if you are considering this factor, you might consider buy this uh, AI, and then you write along with what I share. And the second one is like if someone is telling you how to use this AI, maybe that's better. I also grab those AI from A.B. Schumer before from other friends. So he's sharing a lot of AI tools to people, and he's a skillful marketer. So maybe he can share a lot of information, share a lot of tools to people and help people. But I can. I need to get used to one. Maybe we are different people. Maybe I have to accept that I only want one tool and use it more times, and keep doing the same thing over and over again and repeat it and simplify it and learn from each other, and I am doing it anyway. So that's why I share, and I got a lot of feedback, and people ask me about something they want to learn, and then I test, I improve, I find out how to do it. That's that's a great thing. So maybe this is why I stick to this keyword, to this keyword focus AI. And some AI does not doing in the same way. Maybe some AI I can show, maybe other AI you just need to put a sentence like this, and then a few keywords. Then you have an article, full article. I don't like. Yes, the full article like a thousand words, maybe 1,500 words per time. Like you work only 3 minutes, maybe just type the title, and then input some keywords, and generate a set of outlines, and you think the outlines are okay, and then it will generate the whole article. Yes, I think I love them if the output is great, but it's not great. So I almost abandoned that AI. I don't want to mention it because it was kind of promoting. So it really depends. Maybe people love to write a full article and just edit. Maybe they're using the same time as mine, so he can adapt to those AI. I don't. I have to make sure every step, every outline, it is perfect. It is correct, most correct. Maybe just sometimes it writes something I need to double check like this kind of things. But I would love to have this kind of content because it's very related, very nice to people to understand my intention. Like you can also see that. So let's see. The readability is improved. At the beginning, I had to say last year I had already joined this. Yeah, I pointed out that there's a problem because the AI is actually generating a lot of long sentences like this one. So about 20 words per sentence, and I complain about this and feedback to the WordHero AI developers team. So they kind of improved it. And later I maybe around Valentine's Day this year, half a year ago, they already changed those. So this performance is quite nice. I didn't see a lot about grade 9, grade 10, readability appear. It's always like the top one will be a grade A for me, for my sentence, for my paragraph, for my content. Maybe I am working in a maybe relatively simple niche, not too much professional words, and people are familiar with what I write, and maybe that's why maybe it varies. But anyway, it is improving regarding my previous work. I am working on the same industries, so it is the same kind of content. So now I can see only 5. In the very beginning, it is much more, like 10, more than 10. These sentences will be hard to read. And yes, the reading time is 5 minutes reading. I think it is fine. So I usually read about an article for 5 minutes. That's my thinking. So I usually do an article around 1,500. Maybe we need to do some integrated blocks. Okay, maybe if you have this kind of requirement, maybe you can talk to me, and then we will explore how to do it. In normal time, I don't care a lot because it is important to keep people reading your articles and they are understand and they won't just skip those articles rather when they see, oh, this is really difficult to read. Let's not read it again, and they jump away. So that's the case. Okay, thank you. So have a nice day, and uh, let's do the hard work and make the money. Thank you. Bye bye.